Students, today we start with alternating current. So today's topic is behavior of electronic components through AC. So there are so many electric components like resistance, capacitor, inductor separately, and their combination also like resistance, capacitor, resistance with inductor, or resistance, inductor and capacitor. So what is the behavior of alternating current throughout this component? What is the variation with current and voltage? So today we start with study behavior of electronic components with alternating current. So in previous classes we discussed AC and DC. In alternating current, current is said to be alternating if their magnitude and direction changes continuously with respect to time. That means if we draw the AC cycle, so their magnitude and direction changes periodically. That means after a fixed time interval, like this. So its magnitude value either in positive direction and negative direction, it is to be same. And if we talk about the time interval, so for 0 to t by 2, positive half, so t by 2 to capital T, this is negative half. Okay. Similarly, if we talk about the DC, direct current. So a current is said to be DC if their magnitude and direction do not change with respect to time. So if we draw the graph between current and voltage versus time, so what you find? A straight line. And this straight line shows here current is to be constant. So this is the basic difference between AC and DC. Now we come to topic behavior of electronic components. So there are different components like resistance, R, capacitor, C, inductor, L, their representation resistance, capacitor via two parallel lines, inductor in form of coil. So we have three elements basically and their combination also. So combinations may be R with C, R with L, L with C, and seventh one L, C and R. And LCR, there might be possibilities in series and parallel. Okay. So total we have 7 combinations. So one by one we come. What is the behavior of resistance when it is connected to a AC source? Similarly, when capacitor is to be connected with AC source and inductor and their combination. So first we start with resistance. What is the behavior of resistance? AC circuit with resistance. So first we make one circuit in which a resistance R is to be connected with AC source. AC V is equal to V naught sine of omega t. This is the voltage, instant voltage V equals to V naught sin omega t with resistance R. So first of all we write the instant voltage. V is equal to V naught sin of omega t. This is the equation number 1. Now in this circuit only resistance is to be connected with AC source. So obviously some voltage drop across the resistance. So voltage drop across resistance. So V is equals to IR from Ohm's law. Okay, so if you find the how much current in the resistance, so I is equal to V divided by R. And now this V voltage is to be replaced by V naught sin omega t, and this vector is to be divided by capital R. This is equation number 2. Okay. So this is the current flow through the resistance. Now this current is to be compared with ideal value of current. So ideal current I is equal to I naught sin of omega t. Say equation number 3rd. Now we compare current through the resistance and ideal current. So what we see, if we compare it, I naught is equal to V naught by R. So this is the first one conclusion, or we can say result. Even resistance are connected through a AC circuit. So peak value of current I naught is equal to V naught divided by R. So whenever we calculate how much peak value of current, simply find out peak value of voltage, and this is to be divided by resistance whenever given. Second thing, we have to compare variation of current and voltage. So in voltage sin omega t, and when we find out the current, so here we see sin omega t. So sin omega t and sin omega t, this shows current and voltage are in same phase. If there is an angle variation, maybe cos omega t, okay, and we have to change cos omega t in terms of sine, and then we compare, okay, but in this situation we find both side sin omega t. So this indicates that second one, current I and voltage V, current and voltage are in same phase. Okay, so current and voltage are in same phase. On behalf of this, we may also draw the graphical representation. So if I plot the behavior of current and voltage simultaneously in a single graph, so current, voltage versus time. Because of sin omega t, so sine graph is always again 0, t by 2, t and so on. Okay, so this shows here current, or we can say voltage. V is equal to V naught sin omega t. When we calculate the value of current, so current term also contains sin omega t. So this represent current is in same phase. So we have to draw one parallel line along with V. Okay, so this is here I. So this graph here indicates current and voltage are in same phase when resistance are connected in the circuit. Okay. Second, we come to AC circuit. with inductor. So second we come to AC circuit with inductor, that is L. So now I draw one circuit in which inductor, that is coil, is to be connected with AC source. Again V equals to V naught sine of omega t. So first of all, like previous one, we have to write the voltage, how much voltage given to this circuit. So input voltage V is equal to V naught sine of omega t. This is the input voltage. Now if you find out how much voltage drop across the L. So voltage drop So if we use the Faraday's law identity, minus L di by dt. Okay. This is the voltage drop across the inductor from Faraday's law. Now, in order to conserve the overall voltage, we can say V potential and voltage drop across the inductor remains constant. Okay, so V term is to be replaced by V naught sine of omega t, and VL is to be given by minus L di with dt, and this is to equal to 0. So L di by dt, this is equal to V naught sine of omega t. Like in previous one derivation, via this we have to calculate the current, how much current flow through the inductor. So from this identity we find out the current. So di is equal to V naught by L sine of omega t with dt. Okay. Then we have to integrate in order to get the current. So di is to be replaced by I, V naught by L remains same, sine omega t. This is equals to minus cos omega t along with angle omega. So this is the respective value of current. Okay. Now again, in order to get the result, first of all we have to change cos omega t, because voltage is given in sine term. So we must change the cos omega t in terms of sine so that we easily compare. So I is equal to V naught omega L, and this is given by sine omega t plus pi by 2. Now we compare with general equation. So I is equal to I naught sine of omega t. So when we compare it, we get first one result, I naught is equal to V naught upon omega L. This omega L is known as inductive reactance, that is denoted by XL. Okay. Inductive reactance means resistance offered by the inductor. Second result, variation of current and voltage. So in current term, sine omega t plus pi by 2, and in voltage, sine of omega t. So when we compare it, current and voltage, so what we get here? So we get here V naught sine omega t plus pi by 2 and sine omega t. So current is ahead, pi by 2 angle with voltage. if we compare with voltage and current, so current is ahead pi by 2. So this is the second one. Current I ahead the V by pi by 2. This is the second one. On the basis of this, we draw the graph. So when we draw the graph, first we draw the voltage because it is fixed. V is equal to V naught sin omega t. This indicate V time and now current is ahead. So current is to be ahead, that means this shows current is to be ahead with pi by 2 angle. Similarly, we draw one more diagram that is called phasor. So resistance is taken along x-axis and because of pi by 2 ahead, inductor is taken along y-axis. Okay. So voltage drop across resistance, that is VR. Similarly, voltage drop across inductor is VL. So in case of resistance, both current and voltage are in same phase. So we draw two arrow and here one. In order to get the resultant, we draw one line and join perpendicularly. So what we see, this line is VL, so this also indicates VL. Okay. So this is the way to define resistance and inductor also. So students, again we come with electric components behavior. Next we come to capacitor. Behavior of capacitor with alternating current. So we take one circuit in which capacitor C is to be connected with AC source. So input voltage V is equals to V naught sin of omega t. This is input voltage. And again we come to capacitor in order to get the current. So as we know from capacitor, Q is equals to CV. This is the relation between charge and potential. So if you find out the voltage from here, V is equals to Q by C. Okay. And electric current I is to be defined by dq by dt. So Q is written as d by dt and Q is to be replaced by C into V. Say equation number 1 and this is 2. Now I remains same, C remains same, d by dt with potential V. Okay. So V is to be replaced by I is equal to C d by dt, V is equals to V naught sin of omega t. Okay, V is equals to V naught sin of omega t. Now C and V naught is outside, differentiation d by dt with sin of omega t. When we differentiate this equation, I is equals to C V naught sin is cos omega t, okay, multiplied with angle omega. So this becomes I is equals to C V omega naught cos of omega t. And then again, in order to compare cos and sin, we have to change this cos in terms of sin. So I is equals to C V naught omega and cos is equal to sin omega t minus pi by 2. Okay, and now we compare with general equation. I is equals to I naught sine of omega t. So what we see, peak value. Peak value is here. I naught is equals to C P naught with omega. So this is B naught 1 by C omega, and here 1 by C omega is known as XC. This is capacitive reactance. And second one, when we compare the current, so here current is pi by 2 lag behind the voltage. So we can say current is lag behind by phase angle pi by 2. So this is the second one, conclusion. When we draw the graphical representation, so we see here voltage 0, t by 2 t, this is here voltage V, and current, because current is pi by 2 lag behind. So this represents the behavior of current. So what we see, in case of resistance, both current and voltage are in same phase. In case of capacitor, voltage, current is lag behind by voltage by phase angle pi by 2. Similarly, in case of inductor L, current is, we can say current leads voltage by phase angle plus pi by 2. Okay, so this behavior is to be used in order to combination of circuit. Next we take the combinations. So combination, first we take R and L combination. Here we use the previous one identity. When resistance are connected in circuit, both current and voltage are in same phase. Similarly, in case of inductor, voltage is ahead, so this is pi by 2. This represents VL. In order to get the resultant, we draw one diagonal and join the x and y line. So VL, this also represents VL, and resultant is given by diagonal. So VR with L. Okay. Now we use the Pythagoras theorem to find out how much resistance offered by the circuit. So according to Pythagoras theorem, VRN, this equals to under root of VR square plus VL square. Now VR is to be written as I square R square, I square XL square. Now we take common I inside, R square plus XL, that is omega L whole square. So I remain same, under root of r square plus omega square and L square. This equals to VRL. And now we take I is in divide. So VRL divided by I, this equals to root of r square plus omega square L square. As we know, the ratio of voltage to current is equal to resistance. So because of combinations, resistance word is to be replaced by Z. That is called impedance. So impedance of this combination is under root of r square plus omega square with L square. And we find out the angle. So if suppose this angle is theta, so tan theta is equals to VL by VR. That is I XL upon I with R. I to I cancel out and theta is equals to tan inverse XL by R. Thank you.